Amateur Girl and Fanboy present the Big Bad Glass Movie Review.
But James Mangold is a co-writer on this, the director. I don't think he had much to do with this. I think he's just stumbling. He's just going through the steps. They're giving him a paycheck, and then someone from up above is passing down the marching orders. I assume it's Kathleen Kennedy because that's what everybody's pointing the finger at. So I would not want to be her, no matter how much. I would retire. If I was her, I would just say, she got plenty of money. Retire. Go make a little independent movie or something, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, people like that, they don't retire.
Well, that's it. They don't want to let go of their power, I guess. I guess that's what it's all about. It's more, the power is more interesting to them than anything else. Yeah, she did not look happy when Spielberg snubbed her. It was great. And then Frank Marshall, her husband, just takes her off the stage like really fast because it looked like she felt humiliated, but she should be. They should have held her up as a, this woman has destroyed my move, right? But they did.
Well, come on now. It's the last film of the franchise with Harrison. I mean,
well, that's another
hopefully
thing.
There will be a reboot, but this is the last one. He's not doing another one. He could barely walk up the street. I mean, there was a part where I was like, oh my God, he looks, when he's, I think, leaving for the university, he was like very stiff walking.
They should have used a stand-in for a lot of his stuff. He CGI'd everything else. Why did they CGI him? CGI his body. I don't know. I mean, he said, I watched a little interview of him. He said that it was supposed to have been about old age and all that stuff, but is that what we want to see? A 2.5-hour movie?
That's what it was.
About an
That's
old
what
man?
It was.
Unless it was something interesting like my plot, right? Where he's down there,
right.
He's a hippie and he's down, swilling psychedelic drugs and stuff.
Better.
What's that?
That's such a better idea.
Such a better idea. I mean, because that's pretty much more like what would happen to somebody from that time period. Mm-hmm. Some professor from that time, and especially someone who's an archaeological type person who's been doing this all of his life. They just didn't want to go. They wanted to play it safe, and they wanted to play politics.
They did want to play it safe. And honestly, they should have left him in the past. That's what he wanted.
They should have left him there. Some people say, well, they got mad because she punched him in the face, and it became a big deal among a lot of the people who hate the movie.
That is annoying.
But the thing is, Marion punched him in the face too in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, but that was back.
He was like, he goes, oh. I know I pissed you off, Marion, but you didn't have to slug me. I mean, it's not anything new, and that other girl used to pick on him a lot in Temple of Doom, right? But
I will argue with that they were similar in age, and this other person's, she said, half his age, and really is probably like a third of it. What? She's probably 33 and he's 80.
I mean,
like 50-year difference.
Phoebe-Waller Bridge.
Yeah, and she's slugging him, an old man. I mean, that is a problem.
Oh, that is a problem. That's true. It's almost like elder abuse. It was kind of like elder abuse, and she picked on him all the way through the movie. And she was morally bankrupt. She steals this thing to sell it for money, and then the only guy that she's had a sexual relationship with wants to kill her. How many guys have you had relationships that want to literally kill you? They have machine guns. They're coming after her so much. They hated her so bad. They hated her too. Kill this woman. It's like what? I said, what? It just makes no sense. It's just, the whole movie was just unbelievably horrible and just made no.
If we're gonna go there, and then this 30-something old woman takes this child and like basically uses him.
Oh yeah, the little kid. And they have booze around, and Muslims do not drink. It's anti-religion, especially for a child. And then even our culture. It's like, what's going on here?
She's a terrible person. I mean, what she should have done.
They'll jerk that movie out of the Muslim countries' theaters just because of those scenes. Mm-hmm. They're not thinking. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. I mean, she's just all around. She's a terrible person. Elder abuse, child abuse. I mean, and just not fun to watch.
Not fun to watch. Irritating. I mean,
Yeah,
the reason she's so big is because she did this movie show she was a star of and she wrote called Fleabag. And it got many, many great reviews. I've never seen it, but and then she did this other one, Killing Eve, which I know some women when I was teaching at work, they loved that show. They watched it quite a bit. So I hear about it from them. And I never saw it. I don't think it was on any of my platforms or whatever. I just didn't watch it. And that's how she got started. And then they kind of been like, and then she got involved with James Bond. I think Daniel Craig brought her into that for some reason. I don't know why. But now that's what she was. She was the darling, or she was the darling. I don't know if she's gonna be the darling anymore. I think that they did. Like I said, I don't really hate her as a creative entity of any type. I just thought she was very badly cast for this show. I thought that whatever they gave her, it was not right. It was they didn't do her any favors. It's not helping her career at all. This is like people say, "Oh, Jesus, you're that woman that was in Indiana Jones." Walk through the door. Oh my God, do I hate you? So I hope they paid her a lot of money because she's going to need to put that in the bank because she's going to need it, and hope she invests it wisely because she's going to need those investments to live on.
Yeah, she will. Yeah, she's no Chris Pratt. I mean, a guy like that can go and do
well, they talked about Chris Pratt doing this part, but some reason Harrison Ford has got a stranglehold on it. He said, "Oh, I'm the only Indiana Jones there ever will be." What?
Well,
what is that? That's insane. Like Sean Connery couldn't get away from James Bond fast enough. They had to drag him back in to make him make another movie. He just couldn't, and Roger Moore was the original James Bond, was supposed to be, but he couldn't get out of his contracts. That's why he came into it so late, over 10 years later. And Sean Connery had become such a hit. That's why he had all that kind of weird stuff going on. But even Connery in that movie in the 80s he did, Never Say Never, when he played an older James Bond, was 50,000 times better than this movie. Of course, he wasn't as old as Harrison Ford either.
But my point is like the Paul Rudds and the Chris Pratts of the world can come back from a film like this that's not great. I just don't know if she's going to come back from it. She's not lovable like that.
No, and she's not a popular person. She's not. She needs to go back to TV and not Disney Plus, for the love of God. Go back to BBC television, wherever the hell she came from.
Yeah, that's where she needs to go.
Go back.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Like I said, personally, I don't have anything against her. Maybe she's incredibly great. Go back and write some plays, do some creative stuff, but stay the hell out of Hollywood. I mean, this is popcorn movies. It's supposed to be a popcorn movie, and they could have done some interesting, thoughtful things with a popcorn movie, but not this. Anyway, that's the end of my review.
And with that, we shall end this review.
Thank you for saying my